So yeah, blessed my fanatics, my folks, my audience all over the world. So this is welcome back to part 2 of This Is Why We Said Black Lives Matter. So in the second part of this segment, yeah, I also want to say we'll reach at the part where we fast forwarded into the future. We have British blacks and American blacks, you know what I mean, that been living in the country, like people who are born here, you know, who born in a struggle, who born in a place where they weren't necessarily fully accepted. You understand what I mean? The blacks in England, even though they got invited to England, the Jamaicans who come here earliest, they still fall into a system where they weren't treated well, where they were treated with a heavy dose of racism. But also, we're gonna flash back a little bit, back to the riots in America now, where we see in the past the institution have not learned their lesson. This is like basically the police organization haven't learned their lesson in America, because after they kill off, assassinate off Dr. Martin Luther King, after they assassinate him and this stress out the black people, you know what I mean, because he was healing us of the pain from slavery and making us regain a definite element of our humanity and a definite element of us being proud of where we're from and who we are. So after they killed them off, there was a massive riot. There's riots all over America, where back in them days, the police was using truncheon sticks and dogs and high pressure hoses to try and cool people down and stuff like that. Try and stop the revolution, try and stop people from actually lashing out. You understand what I mean? Because what people have to understand is that what happened with George Floyd, yeah? And, you know what I mean? That lady that named Brianna, you know what I mean? That thing, this thing that happened to those people, right, is a straight up reflection, you know what I mean, of the oppression that the people were facing in the time of MLK. You understand what I mean? Which this ain't even funny, because that means that no progress whatsoever have not been made when it comes to the black community and the relationship between them and police mainly. You know, so it's such a shame, because like it's 2020 and these things are coming back from all 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and it's still with us. And these police still don't learn that. You understand? When dealing with civilians, you don't use excessive force. Plus this, yo. Because the black people have been through slavery in America, right? A gangster is a gangster, a thug is a thug, you know. So a black man could be a thug, or a white man could be a thug. But what I'm saying, why I have to say Black Lives Matter, most of these people who've been executed by the police on the road were law-abiding citizens. Most of these people were either working or trying to do a little vending on the street, selling their CDs, selling their cigarettes or whatever. Or they were officials, were working an emergency medical team. You understand what I mean? Because the lady, I think her name is Brianna, if I don't get right, correct me, her door get kicked off. Her husband, in the panic, go reach for his gun because obviously her door get kicked off, you know what I mean? He's trying to protect his house and his family. He ended up firing one shot because obviously it's a warning shot to make people know that, yeah, I'm armed. And then the police, to the man's surprise, it's the police that was there breaking in the house. The man tried to defend his family. In that now, the woman, you understand, was a part of emergency medical team and this kind of thing, have to lose her life by police. You understand? There is so many incidents now that we ain't even gonna go back over it. If you understand what I mean. Cause from them killing Dr. Martin Luther King, it should show us that we should never take our knees off their necks legally and logistically. We should never, ever, ever, ever take our knee off their neck. You know what I mean? And everybody want to forgive them for doing what they do. I can't forgive them. You understand? I'm not going to forgive them. You know why? Because when you forgive them, like in the time of Martin Luther King, yeah, we forgive them, them dirty, funky police here, we forgive them, and look what is happening now. The problem is reoccurring. You know why? Because we forgive them. You cannot forgive injustice, nor can you forget it. Because if you forgive injustice, that make it show that you, if anything happened to you, you don't believe that you will get justice. You understand? Because after all, you know what I mean, we have to say Black Lives Matter because it's in the gruesome and heinous ways of black people losing their life on film, on camera. So if people have a problem with an Asian or who is a white person, you know what I mean, and they don't really fully understand the situation, just leave it alone. You understand what I mean? Leave it alone. You understand right now, if you're not saying something to help the black struggle at the moment, and you come from any other cultural background, do not say anything. If you don't have nothing good to say, do not say anything. Because it's the black people them lose their civil rights leader in America. Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. You understand what I mean? These are the people them who, you understand, they pressure Marcus Garvey about tax and this and that and this and that, and basically they sabotage Marcus Garvey, who gave rise to a Dr. Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X movement, because the Littles used to be Garveyites. You understand? And we're talking about Marcus Garvey is the first one who's Jamaican, and I'm proud to say that is that the first one to start the Negro improvement organization, and is one of those pioneering Negroes and great black thinker that bring the idea of blacks getting into press as well, so that they also give an opinion of what's happening in their own community, and that the opinions that are formed is not by outside forces, so you can get a more clearer view on what's happening within the community, right? And Marcus Garvey is like somebody who believes that we should have our own defense. You understand what I mean? We should have our own doctors, our own lawyers, you know what I mean? We should be totally self-reliant. If you understand what I'm saying, yeah? But in saying that, my people, yeah? In saying that, there's a lot of people in the American diaspora that help. For example, you know what I mean? We must not ease up the pressure. You understand what I mean? Black life does matter. We must not ease up the pressure. If you understand what I mean. Because, why we say Black life matter, yeah? Because, and everybody can clearly see that, because the powers that be and the officials out there make it seem like black life is not as important as white life. You understand? They make it seem like black life is not as important as Asian life. They make it seem like black life is not important like no other culture life. You understand what I'm saying, yeah? It's like they take the total piss. This a piss take is what they take out of